Hello everyone and welcome back once again. This is your civics teacher here, and this time I am here with a brand new chapter of NCERT grade 6, that is diversity and discrimination. Students, sometimes people who are different from others are teased, bullied, laughed at or not included in a certain activity or group. And students, these people feel hurt, angry, helpless or sad when friends or others treat them in such ways. Now students, have you ever wondered why this happens? Why people are discriminated on the basis of their language, caste, creed, sex, etc.? Students, this chapter, diversity and discrimination, helps all of you to explore how such experiences are related to the society where they live in. These people can also look at how they are connected to the inequalities that exist around them. And students, as we all know that India is a very diverse country and it is well known for its diversity. And here in India, people who speak different languages live together as a community, and people from different caste, creed, religion, gender live together. But students, do they all get equal rights? Do they get discriminated? Do stereotypes affect the communal harmony? Well, students, we are going to discuss all these questions here in this chapter, and at the last of this chapter you will get answer of all these questions here. So let's start. Now students, the first topic of this chapter is difference and prejudice, means bias. Students, as we all know that there are many things that makes us different from rest of the people in our surrounding, like how we live in, the languages that we speak, what kind of food we eat, what kind of clothes we wear, the games that we play, and the things that we celebrate. And students, all these variety of things influenced by the geography and the history of the place where we live in. And students, to get an idea that how diverse India is, just look at these points. Students, you will amazed to know that there are 8 major religions of the world that are practiced in India, and there are around 1600 languages as people's mother tongues and 100 dance forms in India. And India is also the birthplace of many religions like Hinduism, Jainism, Buddhism, Sikhism and other religions. And officially India has 22 languages, that are Assamese, Bengali, Bodo, Dogri, Gujarati, Hindi, Kannada, Kashmiri, Konkani, Maithili, Malayalam, Manipuri, Marathi, Nepali, Odia, Punjabi, Sanskrit, Santhali, Sindhi, Tamil, Telugu, Urdu. And students, as I said that there are 1600 languages as people's mother tongues in India, and there are 22 other major languages in India written in 13 different scripts with over 720 dialects, and there are 3000 castes and 25,000 subcastes in India, each related to a specific occupation. And students, by all this you can conclude that India is extremely diverse. Students, as I said that India is so diverse, but this diversity is not always celebrated in such a place where there are so many people of different background. And students, do you know what is the reason behind this? Because usually people feel more comfortable with those that look, dress and think like them, and these people may consider other people different or strange or unfamiliar, and such a group of people have a pre-thinking about the other group of people, and students, such a pre-thinking or belief is known as stereotype. And students, like this, the other stereotype is among the people that villages are ignorant, where the people who live in cities are money-minded and lazy. And students, when such opinions of ours about a certain group of people are always negative, then these become prejudice against them, or we can say that we are biased towards them. Students, as I said, prejudice means to judge other people negatively or to bias towards a particular group of people and see them as inferior. And students, we can prejudice about many things, like about the religious beliefs of others, the color of their skin, the place where they come from, the language that they speak in, the type of clothes they wear, the type of food they eat, and many more. And students, just because of these prejudices about others, we don't want to form any social contact with them, like the friendships, and may even act in ways that hurt them. Now students, the next topic is creating stereotypes. Students, the word stereotype means a fixed image or an idea of a particular type of person or thing. Now students, here is a question that how familiar are you with gender differences, or what do you know about this word gender differences, or what does it mean to be a boy or a girl, or how does this word, the gender differences, is related to a boy or a girl. Students, gender stereotypes have descriptive components or beliefs about how male and females typically act, as well as perspective component or beliefs about how males and females should act. For example, students, generally in our society, the statement "they don't cry" is usually associated with boys and men. And students, even as a child, when boys fall and hurt themselves, then their parents, their family members, even the society try to console them by saying that boys or men don't cry, and you are a boy, come on, don't cry. And students, soon even children start believing that crying is a sign of weakness, and if a boy crying, then people would tease him, so he refrains from crying. Likewise, the another statement, this is the way boys are and this is how girls are. And students, due to all these stereotypes, we accept these kind of stereotypes without even thinking and start believing that one must behave accordingly as per our society, our family members, or our parents. And students, due to these stereotypes, we fit an image of all boys and girls that our society, our parents, our family members create around us. And students, when we fix people into one image, then we are creating a stereotype against them. Suppose if we are saying that those who belong to a particular country, religion, sex, race, or economic background are stingy, lazy, criminal, or dumb, it means that we are using a stereotype against the people of that particular country. And students, in fact, there are stingy and generous people everywhere, in every country, in every religion, in every group, whether they are rich or poor, in male or female. In the same way, if you are creating an image of a boy and a girl of your own classmate negatively, then it means that you are creating a stereotype against a particular boy or particular girl. And students, the worst thing about a stereotype that it stops us from looking at each person individuality, that each person is unique with his or her own special qualities and skills that are different from rest of the others people. Students, now the next topic is inequality and discrimination. Students, inequality and discrimination are the two different concepts, but they both are related to each other. Inequality may be the difference between caste, creed, culture, language, religion, economic status, educational background, etc. And students, everyone differs from the other in society, whereas discrimination takes place when one acts against an individual or a community on the basis of differences. And students, do you know how this discrimination occurs? Students, this is just because the prejudices and the stereotypes. And students, as we discussed that people belong to different religions can be a great aspect of diversity within a state, in a society or in a country. But this diversity can also be a source of discrimination, because some people who may speak a certain kind of language, follow a particular type of religion, live in a specific region may be discriminated against on the ground of their custom or practices that may be considered as inferior by the other group of society. Students, further, the society are discriminated on the basis of economic backgrounds. But economic background is not a form of diversity. In fact, it is a kind of inequality. But in our society, some people experience both kinds of discrimination, because these people are poor and belong to groups whose culture is not valued or recognized, like tribal peoples, whose religious groups and even the particular regions are discriminated against for one or more of these reasons. Now students, let's understand that how the peoples or the different section in our society are being discriminated. Students, as you all know that in a society, people engaged in different kind of works like teaching, carpentry, pottery, weaving, fishing, farming. And do you know why? Because more to earn a livelihood. But still, in 21st century, certain kind of works are valued than the other kind of works. And students, this is the important aspect of the caste system, where in a caste system, certain communities or group of people were placed or considered as devalued than the other caste of people. And in fact, they are considered as lower by some other section of the society. And students, those people who place themselves at the top of this ladder, means the caste system ladder, called themselves as upper caste and saw themselves as superior as compared to the other section of the society. And the group of people who were placed at the bottom of the caste ladder system or considered as inferior, devalued, were seen as unworthy and called untouchables. And students, not only this, in fact, some caste rules were also set which didn't allow the so-called untouchables to take on work other than that what they want to do. And students, due to this, the people of so-called untouchables didn't enjoy the same rights as the so-called people of upper caste enjoyed. And students, this kind of discrimination is not only limited to prevent Dalits or untouchables from undertaking certain economic activities. In fact, it also hurt and denies them the respect and the dignity given to others. One such example of Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, who was born on 1891 and died on 1956, and he was also considered as the father of Indian Constitution. And students, he was the best known leader of the Dalits, and he was the first person from his caste who completed college education and went to England to become a lawyer. Students, Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar was himself belonged to such a lower caste called Meher caste. And students, during his lifetime, he also faces different kinds of discrimination on the basis of caste. That's why he raised his voice against this crucial existing caste system in the society. And he believed that Dalits must fight the caste system and work towards a society based on respect for all person. Now students, the next heading is striving for equality, means to struggle or fight for equality. Students, the struggle for freedom from the British rule also included the struggle against the discrimination existing in the society that time. And people not only fought for their independence, in fact, they also fought to be treated more equally in the society. And that's why that time Dalits, women, tribal and peasants fought against this inequality that they experienced in their lives. Students, when India became an independent nation in 1947, then the major problem before the newly formed government is the existing inequalities in the societies. And students, that time the writers of the Constitution of India were very much aware of the ways in which the discrimination had been practiced in the Indian society, and they know how people had struggled against this inequality in the society. And students, in fact, many leaders of these struggles, such as Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, had himself fought for the rights of the Dalit. And that's why these leaders set out a vision and goals in the Constitution to ensure that all the people of India were considered or recognized equal. And they believe that equality of all persons is a key value that unites us all as Indians. So that's why their foremost concern was to remove the existing inequalities in the Indian society that time. And students, then after framing the Indian Constitution, our Constitution placed the responsibility on the government to take specific steps to realize this right to equality for poor and other such marginal communities. And they felt that the respect for diversity was an important element to ensure or to maintain equality in the society. And students, not only this, they said that the government must treat all religions equally and make the country a secular country, means no one language, one religion, festival should become compulsory or should be promoted. And that's how India became a secular country, where people of different religion and faiths have the freedom to practice any religion and in fact follow their religion without any fear of discrimination. But students, though these ideas, laws, articles are enshrined in our constitutions, but still inequalities exist in our society even today. So still we need to fight against this inequality existing in our society. Now students, that's all about your chapter number 2, and with this topic here, your chapter number 2 is completed. Now I will be come back soon with another chapter. Till then, stay home, stay safe and stay healthy.